So much for joining us on PM News.
Good afternoon, and good afternoon to all the listeners and watchers.
Professor, preliminary results of investigations into the cheating are very, very shocking. A teacher reading out answers to candidates. Why would a teacher do that? Is it just to brag about 100% subject pass rate?
Well, there could be a multiplicity of reasons, some of which may actually be the pressure from other schools, wherein teachers actually want to be on par with the pass rate in what is happening in other schools, which is actually an unfortunate incident to happen, because by so doing, we actually misleading our learners, and we actually teaching our learners to do things at an early stage.
Professor, what guidelines are invigilators and teachers actually expected to follow regarding these examinations?
Well, I guess all teachers and invigilators in any school have got to be ethical and actually practice good behavior, learn to teach the learners that they've got to separate what is good from what is bad. That is from the very start when they start schooling and throughout their schooling careers up until they actually complete. The issue of cheating, corruption, or any other thing which may actually be unacceptable within the school has got to be discouraged at all costs.
Professor, in your view, how would learners sitting for these exams manage to cheat in such a controlled environment?
Well, it actually raises concerns and lots of questions as to whether this environment is actually well controlled, if learners are in a position to cheat. Because once learners are in a position to cheat, then it means somebody was not actually exercising or executing their duties as expected of them.
And Professor, now for a learner who has cheated without being caught and passed, how does this now affect the morals of those who actually work hard throughout the year but failed? And how will he or she fare at tertiary level?
Yeah, unfortunately, whatever thing that one could actually do without being noticed could actually come to surface whether we like it or not at a later stage. Because you may find that a person who has actually cheated at high school may go to tertiary level, and because they're used to that practice, they may actually want to do the same thing, and which may not actually go well at all times, and they may actually be found and they could be disqualified or even expelled, for an example, in a university.
Professor, now this year's matric results took a dramatic turn compared to previous years. Do you think that cheating has always been a problem? And if it is, why hasn't it been addressed previously?
Well, one can never say that certainly it has been a problem or it has not been a problem, because this may have been a problem in the past, but nobody actually took cognizance of that. And in the light of the situation as of now, and with that having come to surface, especially with the way in which the learners were in a position to respond to some questions in a similar way, this could actually have been happening in the past, and we may all not be aware of it. But it actually raises concerns to us, and it is actually also raising an alarm to all of us, that is the SMTs, invigilators, even the parents at home, that we've got to encourage and tell the learners that cheating is by itself a bad behavior, and never cheat. Rather, make sure that you study and you are well prepared for an examination.
Thank you so much for that message there, Professor, and for your time. Well, that's Professor Oupa Lebeloane, UNISA, talking to us about the cheating associated with some of last year's matric centers. We're going to take a quick ad break. We'll be back with your final PM Business News right here on the SABC News Channel. Stay with us.